This lesson we are going to be talking about similar and congruent figures. So how you signify between the two just symbol wise would be these two symbols here. So just one little squiggly line means they're similar figures, and a squiggly line with equal sign underneath is congruent figures. And the big things you need to know about both are similar figures. They always have the same angles. Angles are exactly the same, and all sides are proportional. Remember, proportional is just the same thing as equal ratios. So if two sides equal 3 compared to 5 in one shape, if it's proportional, those exact same sides could be 6 to 10. It could be 9 to 15. Basically, it's all of those are equal to each other. Congruent figures, they are exactly the same. So sides are exactly the same and angles are exactly the same. So we're going to just walk through a couple examples where we just have to say whether they're congruent or similar. Example 1. We are looking at two four-sided shapes here. The corners are all 90-degree angles. So when we're trying to figure out if the angles are the same, if all angles in this case are 90 degrees, so we can check that off in the criteria for both congruent and similar shapes. Now we're going to figure out if the sides are proportional. So we're going to take each of the sides and compare them. So 4 can go with 6. So we've got 4 over 6. We've got this one, which is also 4 over 6. But now we're comparing two sides in this way. So we've got 2 over 6. And then we've got another 2 over 6. Automatically, 4/6 is not the same thing as 2/6. So this does not work. So it is not similar. And it is also not congruent. Remember, similar, the sides have to be proportional. Congruent, everything has to be exactly the same. Example 2, we've got two three-sided shapes. So we've got two different triangles. Again, I would look at the angles first. So angles, when we look at them, we've got a 90-degree angle, a 42-degree angle, and a 38-degree angle. Here we've got a 38, 90, and 42. So again, the angles check out. All angles are equal. To figure out whether the sides are proportional, we are going to focus on making sure the sides we're comparing the correct sides. So first one we're going to look at is the one that connects the 90-degree angle with 38 degrees. This triangle is flipped upside down. So we've got 90 degrees and 38 degrees. So we've got 8 over 4 or 4 over 8, doesn't matter. But when I simplify that, I get 2 over 1. Now we're going to look at the side length that connects the 90 degree with 42. 90 degrees with 42 is this one right here. So we've got 6 being compared with 3. Again, that equals 2 over 1. And then we're going to look at this side length here, which we haven't talked about what it's called. It's called the hypotenuse. That does not really matter at this point. But it's the side length that connects 38 and 42. So when we look at that, we've got 10 and 5. So that also simplifies to 2 over 1. So because all of these equal 2 over 1, then it fits both of those criteria. That means these two triangles are similar. meaning the sides are proportional and the angles are all exactly the same. Very last one we're going to talk about is looking at this. Again, I would pick out angles first. So when we're looking at these two examples, these two shapes, I automatically see that I've got 140, and I do not see a 140 anywhere else on here. I got a 130, 110, 110, 100, 110, and 150. Automatically, I can say because the angles are not all the same, it is not going to be similar, and it's not congruent. The very last thing I will just say is congruent is always going to be the easiest one to pick out, because if it's congruent, it means they look exactly the same. Please let me know if you have any questions. We're going to do an IXL today to just work through this. And tomorrow we're going to start talking about finding missing sides using the proportions. Have a good